Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. So today I would like to start the episode by hopefully finishing our current quest, which is a one about the machine blood drinking Banuk shaman. So I went a bit of hunting in between episodes. I killed another stormbird, so I have the blood to deliver it to our weird friend. And I hope he doesn't die from it. And I hope he's not going to ask me to hunt like a rock breaker next or whatever. But I hope it's actually going to be the end of this quest. However, before I go and deliver on the blood, let me show you a few things that I did as well, because I have been playing a bit off camera since I had some time on my hands. I finished another hunting ground, the one over here. And by finished, I mean I got all the blazing suns. And then I went into this newly uncovered region and cleaned it up a little bit. So I cleaned out a corrupted zone somewhere over here. I cleaned out the bandit camp, so it's not a bandit camp anymore. And apparently that is actually the last bandit camp on the map, because after I finished it, I got a new side quest. This one over here, Cause for Concern, Farewell. Apparently I can talk to Nil again now that we have dealt with all the bandits. So we're going to do this probably not today, but once I'm done with the next main mission. And yeah, I think I also collected some metal flowers, and that's probably about it. I did visit the hunting ground over here. Although I didn't do any trials and I haven't talked to the keeper yet, I may want to do this on camera. And I did stay away from all the settlements, if that is a settlement down here, or the one over here, because again, that is something that I would prefer to do on camera. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's deliver the blood and let's see if he likes it.
Maybe I've spent too much time with you. I can almost feel the lightning in this.
And the taste, huh? Metal striking sparks along a sharpening stone, lingering. Here, touch it to your tongue, and...
Nope.
Nope, that's your thing, not mine.
Right. I pass.
You look startled. Are you okay?
I must leave. You should too.
Without a story? I brought down a stormbird.
You did. You're very able. And you're right. Ode is ode. But no more stories of the past. All told. All done. Future stories. I saw an onrushing storm. The future comes hungry for man and machine. It will catch me, I expect. Catch us all. So enough hunts, enough visions. I'll run. Chase that teasing sun to the forbidden west.
I don't understand. I mean, not that I ever understand, but are you saying we should fear what's coming?
Oh, yes! Jungle on fire! Machine blue light dying out in the eddies of ashes. You, fallen, pale as snow flash, eyes staring open. The metal world, but not the one I sought. The future is a frightful dream, Huntress.
My name is Aloy.
I grew fond of you. Your curiosities and disbeliefs, Aloy. If you weather this storm, look for me. I'd like that.
Okay.
Where? In the west? In the storm?
In dreams. Yes.
Okay. Well, and there he goes. Either way, apparently the quest is indeed finished, and he's just going to walk away. So, was that supposed to be some kind of vision of the future that he just told us? I mean, it was a very ominous one. Then again, I find it very hard to believe that he can see the past by drinking machine blood. I find it even harder to believe that he can see the future from drinking machine blood. So I'm not sure what to make of that. But okay, well, it looks like we're actually done here. And he's just walking away, I suppose. Of course, now he's standing here and staring into the distance. Okay, well, but I can't talk to him or anything. So I guess I'm just going to make a quick save. And then I would like to go back to my main mission, the Grave-Mound. And the Grave-Mound is all the way over here. All the way to the north. I mean, it's not exactly where we went when we wanted to help the Oseram, who were like tinkering with that signal over here that made the machines docile. But it may have something to do with it. Anyway, I guess I'm going to travel to this campfire and then make my way over to my quest marker. Alright, here we are, and oh, I can already see some glinthawks. Let's get away from them. I have come to realize that glinthawks might be among the most annoying machines in the entire game. I had to fight quite a few of them in between episodes, and yeah, they're just annoying. I mean, they can see you really, really well. They get suspicious very, very quickly. And they're just a pain in the ass. But yeah, I guess this over here is going to be our destination. I suppose that's like another metal devil. But okay, let's get moving. I think there's like a trader over here, although don't really have any reason to trade anything. But these traders always stand around in very weird places. Doesn't look like a lot of people come here to trade stuff. So I guess I'm just going to ignore this person. Oh, hang on a second. Ah, well. We already see some
Eclipse.
enemies.
I'm not showing any focuses at that location. Shouldn't be anything you can't handle on your own. Carry on.
Thanks. On my own, all right.
As always. Okay, so I see at least one cultist and a corrupted watcher. I agree, that's not too much of a threat. Especially if I can stay hidden and attack them silently. Okay. There's actually a few more of them. Maybe I'm going to start with this guy. There we go. And now the watcher. And it looks like that's all of them. Yep. I mean, that was quick and painless. At least for me. I will take your resource box and your metal shards. Alright. How do we look?
Snow haze. White as bone. That thought got dark.
Alright, I don't see any more enemies. But I should be on guard.
In the shadow of a metal devil. Great.
Yep, so it is a metal devil. Or I think type horrors, as we learned from that hologram. I think they were called horrors type machines. Okay. Got some more tanks over here. And that's where we go inside, huh? Okay, we definitely have some enemies in here. Cultists and one corrupted watcher. I mean, if I use the full length of my time slowdown, I might be able to kill them all in one go. Maybe let's wait for the watcher to walk away. Alright, there we go. One is down. Second is down. And now for the watcher.
That does it. Time to take a look around the room.
Okay, apparently
They're inside too.
all of them. Yes, we noticed. We just killed a few of them. Anyway, I see a lot of like data points here. So I will have a look at that as soon as I looted my victims
Operation
over here.
Enduring Victory. What did that mean? Whatever it was, doesn't seem to have turned out very well.
I guess not. At least I can see a bunch of dead people in here. Okay, let's scan some of these devices. Okay, I can listen to it.
Say again, Lieutenant.
I got through. Titan is through the defenses. Still on approach. A live one. At his best.
We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
We hold the hedge at all costs. Then push back out.
A battle. Frozen in ice and time.
Right. Apparently they died here defending this building against machines. Sergeant Amos Guliev, Suit Comms Log, 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Data Corruption Severe. Alright. We have more of them around here. Okay, can listen to it.
Titan inbound. Same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the limbs, blast out the foundries. Another day in the life. Record time, we're close. Anti-MRB on point. Hoorah!
Are you getting this, Silence? Silence?
Well, Silence is right. He's pretty silent at the moment. Well, that wasn't much at all, just battle noises. I can see at least one more data point over here. Alright.
Looks like quite an enduring victory we put our foot in today.
Contact in 30 seconds.
Hey, I think that's enough time for Sobek to finish Zero Dawn. If this is really it, I gotta say, it's been an honor to serve beside these tanks.
Here it comes.
Brace for contact!
Silence, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers. They died here.
People die all the time. I'll keep going and find something interesting.
Well, I find this very interesting. I mean, obviously, they were trying to defend this compound against the machines, and they hoped that Dr. Sobek would finish Zero Dawn, whatever that may be. So apparently they were just trying to buy some time until she could finish that project. And that operation was called Enduring Victory. And I guess they were the ones driving these tanks. So instead of, sending machines to fight the rogue machines, they used these, like, human-piloted combat units. And we did read one data point back in Maker's End where Faro was like, okay, we're going to switch plans, we're going to build, like, human-piloted combat units again. And I guess that makes sense, because if they had sent, like, machines to fight the machines, the rogue machines could have just corrupted them, because they had corruptors. They could basically turn the machines on their side. So I guess the only way to fight them was by using, like, normal machines that were still, like, non-autonomous and had to be piloted by humans. And that's basically what was going on here, right? Of course, I feel it was probably a losing battle simply on the account of the fact that the machines were able to make more machines, and probably more quicker than the humans could, like, recruit and train people to drive these tanks. I mean, presumably building these tanks would have not been much more difficult or time-consuming than the machines, replicating machines. But you have to, like, train the people in them, right? And that probably takes longer than just making more autonomous machines. And that's why I still think that giving the machines the ability to reproduce was, like, their single biggest mistake they made. I mean, they made a lot of mistakes, like compounding mistakes. But I feel most of them would not have been apocalyptic. They would have been, like, really bad, but not apocalyptic. So, for example, the fact that they can eat biomatter. That is very, very bad. But they only gave them that ability in the first place because they wanted them to be able to reproduce. I mean, that was, I think, the main reason behind giving them this ability, so they could take the biomatter and then use the energy and matter and, create more machines. Or, the fact that they can recruit other robots and turn them to their side. Also a very bad idea, but again, that could have been counteracted by just shutting down all the other machines so they couldn't get turned, right? At least I'm under the impression that it wasn't like all machines that went rogue at the same time and that suddenly wouldn't respond to the shutdown code anymore. It was just like one group of machines, one swarm, and all the other machines could still be shut down via the shutdown code. So I guess they probably did that so to avoid the rogue machines from recruiting more non-rogue machines to their side. And that's why they had to, build the human-piloted tanks over here. So again, the fact that they could recruit others is something that still could have been counteracted in some form. And I mean, the fact that the shutdown code glitched in the first place is pretty bad as well, and that they couldn't hack it anymore, again, pretty bad decision. But then you would still only be left with, like, a limited amount of machines, and you could still contain them in some form via the tanks, for example. I mean, Aloy is destroying machines single-handedly with weapons that are significantly more primitive than what they had over here. Okay, she hasn't fought a metal devil, obviously, on her own, or at all, but she has fought pretty much every other kind of machine and was able to destroy them. So I feel they still would have been able to, destroy the rogue machines with, the right effort. But since they just could make more machines, it was basically a losing battle. I mean, that is something that even the people who built Jurassic Park got right, at least in theory. They made their dinosaurs in a way that they couldn't breed by making them all female. I mean, obviously, as we know, life still found a way and they started to breed anyway. But they had the right idea. They knew if we want to keep the dinosaurs under control, we have to control their numbers. So giving the machines the ability that they specifically took away from the dinosaurs is like really immense levels of stupid. Immense levels of stupid. Although, to be fair, in the movie Jurassic Park, the fact that the dinosaurs could breed wasn't really that much of an issue. I mean, it was brought up, but more as some kind of gotcha moment, just to, illustrate how stupid they have been and how much they have miscalculated. I believe it was a much bigger issue in the book. But it's been a long time since I read that book. I was like, 10, 11. Either way, far too young to be reading that book because it was actually kind of bloody and violent. But, I was a little girl who was very interested in dinosaurs. So my father saw that book somewhere in a bookshop and he bought it for me. That was before the movie existed. Because I was a dinosaur hipster, basically. I was into dinosaurs before it became a huge fad due to Jurassic Park. Anyway, I'm going off on like a massive tangent here. So I've been just looking around this place a little bit, but it seems that there's nothing going on. So let's follow up on our quest. Well, are we supposed to jump down here? Oh, I see. We're using the cable or pipe or whatever. Again, I see a lot of data points on my compass, so...
Must have been where the soldiers slept. Like the lodge in Mother's Heart, I guess.
Right. But yeah, I want to make sure that I pick up all the data pads before I move on to my destination. Okay, let's listen.
Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the garbage patch alight. Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was... The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. It bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back through the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6? The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere in the 40s.
Okay, so they dropped buildings on the machines. But again, apparently it was pretty much a losing battle.
Log. First battle of the eastern seaboard wall. Had a long run up to it. This was before Kalmar, and projections were a lot worse for the east. For 3 weeks we kept getting scrambled out to some coastal burg to train Minutemen. It was always raining on account of Europe already being torched. Block after block of prefab barracks. They were still printing barracks right up until the hour the main force hit. The Minutemen? We ran combat drills with them in the streets where they'd lived, trying to pretend they might live to die somewhere else if they paid attention. Nothing worse than the ones who actually bought into it. Hopeful, pestering us with questions about Zero Dawn like we know something they don't. I swear, the more we do this, the more like the bots we are. Except they learn from every fight. Us? I'm not so sure.
Well, that's very depressing. But yeah, apparently they were trying to buy some time for Zero Dawn to be finished, but they didn't even know what it was, so that's even more depressing. I do like all the details in these logs. For example, they said something about printing barracks, so I guess they're like 3D printing everything or whatever. And the Minutemen, I think historically Minutemen are like civil militias, and they're called Minutemen because they're supposed to be like ready for combat within a minute. But I kind of feel that in this context you could almost say they're called Minutemen because they die after a few minutes of combat, because they're probably so overwhelmed by the machines. Anyway, let's move on.
What was this place?
Well, probably the barracks they've been talking about, where the soldiers were staying. Reminder again.
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy regarding unauthorized use of processor cycles. Specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency. Consider yourself reminded and enjoy your gaming.
Oh, I see. So they were using like the holographic equipment for some gaming. I mean, it looks like the soldiers could use some distractions now and then, so I don't blame them. And here's another one.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only this isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you. The life we had in the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is you. For Zero Dawn to turn this around. Or whatever the hell that is.
Of course, I wonder if Zero Dawn was actually supposed to turn it around. I mean, obviously people survived somehow, but not in the form or like the societies that existed before the apocalypse. So I'm not sure what Zero Dawn is, but I don't feel it was supposed to be like this major turnaround and everything would just go back to normal.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the Reckon recalls, I don't know, 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW, when you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs. Then everything will be the way it used to be.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I'm not sure if Zero Dawn was ever intended to do that. I mean, when Dr. Sobeck made that proposal, Ted Faro seemed kind of shocked. So I honestly don't think it was like a miracle cure for this problem. Anyway, let's continue.
The furnishings were metal.
Huh.
How'd they ever get comfortable? It was the metal world. Guess they were used to it.
I don't know, I feel there may have been mattresses on at least some of them. Anyway, I see more data points somewhere around here. Alright, here we go.
Just one bed. Maybe their war chief's room.
The war chief. I'm not even sure if I can see the bed. I guess this over here could be the bed. Alright, this is like Corporal CPL? Is that the war chief? Oh, I have to read this one myself. Okay. Last night we got talking about D-Day 55. I was a kid then, only a few years out of boot camp. General assembly in a drone hangar, summer, and the sky was bare, the heat was killer. They say US human combat forces are being disbanded. All automated now. We at last cycles tech out like the old net. 1 million more on basic in a century recession. Could be you'll help build the robots that took your jobs. Or if you know how to handle a power suit, you could find a place that still uses manual labor. Maybe in the OES or China, where you're not our problem. Low suicide risk, it said on my discharge file. Well, how nice that they make that assessment. What if someone has a high suicide risk? Does it change anything? Are you actually going to help that person? But yeah, I totally forgot that they kind of retired all soldiers. We read about it earlier. So I guess for, you know, these tanks, they had to recall a lot of people and train them all from the ground up. So that was an additional problem, I suppose. Alright. Anyway, I see another one somewhere over here. Okay, gotta read this one too. Looking back, I thought 64 was shaping up to be a pretty good year. No more drinking and no more mercenary sec work. Stripping offshore, wind farms for the OEZ. Just me and a plasma cutter 400 feet above sea level. Then I got that recall alert. Read them up on a turbine in the smell of cooking ozone. They covered every angle. Better pay, amnesty for any combine wars you'd fought in, guaranteed citizenship. We should have thought, okay, what's the catch? But what we did think was, I guess we're better than the bots after all. Big talk from Harris about pride and duty, smart guy, he was right. I'd been proud to be a US soldier. I jumped at the chance to be one again, and look what I landed in. Okay, so yeah, they had to recall all the soldiers they sent away earlier. Like 10 years earlier. But I mean, this corporal would have landed in this mess one way or the other. Because he wouldn't be able to escape the machines anyway. Okay, I guess I have to go down here now. Using the cable again, probably. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is a long ride. Well, wait, I do have a map. Okay. I mean, this is probably where I came from, right? This is like the entrance. Anyway, let's look around.
Red light. Guess that means no power.
Blast door heavily shielded, seal integrity maintained. Power status off. Restore power to the ancient door. Is this something I can scan?
These wires must run to the power source.
Oh. Reinforced platinum
Whatever
conductor.
powered this door should be close by.
You are right about that. Let's follow the cables. Okay. Oh, okay. I have to use the hololocks. Haven't seen any of those in quite some time. Electromagnetic security mechanism with standard holographic UI interface unavailable. Well, I guess I'm supposed to use this to jump over here. Alright.
A holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, that's informative.
Secure encryption port with holographic display. Data shows required settings for nearby hololocks. Okay, there we go. Up, down, left, right. It's not too difficult. This is correct. Left. Right.
3 power lines, 3 sources. That makes 1.
Okay, so it's not all... Oh, I see. There's another one down here. And one over here. Okay. But I see like a data pad on my compass. I'm not sure if it's on this level. It actually might be somewhere below me, I guess. Yeah, it's probably somewhere below me. I mean, it's supposed to be like right in front of me. Anyway, gotta find a way down. Some way where I don't die. I'm not sure if this is like a good way. I might be able to drop down here. Well, I mean, usually it gives me a prompt if I can drop down safely at any given spot. I mean, I guess this might work. Actually, I'm not sure if I can safely drop down here. Okay. I'm not sure how to get down to the lower floor. I mean, this is like my only option. We do have like a ladder over there. But how do I get there? Can I jump back to the ledge over here? I don't want to die. Can I drop down and grab the ledge down here, maybe? Okay, I can. Well, this was a little bit difficult to see. Now, let's work these hollow logs. Okay, this one has an error. Huh. So what are we going to do about that?
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
Okay, I'm guessing that weird rhyme was a hint of how to
Hey,
properly
y'all
configure
wanted
the
to know
log.
how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. Bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectation.
Okay, I'm guessing I have this in my notebook now. I would like to have a good look at it. Okay, this is it. Birds fly north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Okay, but where do we start? Do we start in spring? East in spring. I mean, these are not in order. Summer, spring, fall, winter. Right? So if I want to enter them, like north is up, east is like to the right. Well, let's try a few different options here. Let's see. Maybe I'm going to start with spring. East is to the right, and then west. No, then we have summer, which is up. So right, up, left, down. Right, up, left, down. Let's try that. Right, up, left, down. Nope, that didn't work. But surely it's gotta be one of these combinations. Maybe it's actually just the order in which he mentioned the seasons, even if they're not in order. So that would be up, right, and left and down. I don't know, let's just try it like that, I suppose. Okay. Maybe I should just write it down, because it's kind of hard to memorize. Up, right, left, down. Up, right.
That's 2.
Okay, there we go. Now, there's like another lock on the other side. Okay. At least it's kinda easy to find. Well, data shows required settings for nearby hollow lock, except doesn't? Oh, it's like just the red part missing. That might be the case. So it's up, up, down, down. Okay.
Okay, that did it. Sounds like that did it.
That did it indeed. Continue exploring the Grave-Mound. Okay, so now I should be able to go back to that door and open it, right? Okay, this is where I came from. Yep, it's open.
Tools being used, and voices. More clips. Must be another way in.
Okay, apparently they made it here even without a focus and without solving all the puzzles. Guess I found a better way. Oh!
Another
it's
power cell. This should help me get to that ancient armor.
Oh, great. Finally. Finally I can get into that. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a lot of cultists. And they have, what is that? A scrapper. Oh dear. So the obvious question is, where do I have to go? I mean, again, I might be able to remove some of them silently and then go into open combat once they notice me. But I think this actually might be a good time to make a cut. I hope there was like a save point after solving the puzzle, so I won't have to replay a lot of the game. So yeah, let's maybe end the episode here, and we will continue our exploration of the Grave-Mound in the next episode. So as always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.